I'm trying not to hate on the 76ers and just, point out what the Raptors could have done well, but honestly, that first quarter, Embiid having 12 free throws in that first quarter, and we scored 33 points in that first quarter. Fred VanVleet scored half of it. He had a great first quarter. We were leading the charge, but the amount of free throws that these guys get, because this is the problem. You have Embiid and you have Harden. They'll flop in the beginning of the game. They'll flop in the beginning of the game. And then after, guess what? They're in the bonus. Now that all the ticky-tacky fouls, they automatically get them free throws. And that's the problem. I'm not gonna say we deserve more free throw calls. I mean, free throws in general, because we weren't attacking the rim with, with power. But still, the fact that they had 12 free throws in that first quarter, just from Embiid, actually, not even the 76, just from Embiid, just makes me hate watching them. And Embiid is so skilled. That's what makes me so mad. As someone that's so skilled, I don't understand why he has to rely on flopping in order to have a productive game. And the Raptors, we had Thaddeus Young. He came in. He didn't look like he was good to go. Neither did Gary Trent, to be honest. Gary Trent, he he wasn't feeling good today. And I mean, he did say that he was under the weather. He tried to play, but he just couldn't get anything. And that was the problem, because our offense, it was like we had no shooting. We had no shooting on the court. It looked like we were all standing around we were barely we were standing on the 3 point line. We were barely getting inside. And the thing about the Raptors is we like to crash the glass, but we see that if we try to crash the glass, the 76ers are just out. And Tyrese Maxey, man, that guy's good. Honestly, the way this guy's playing, he's looking like he's gonna be a star in this league. I'm being so serious. He has a nice floater game, which is something I always wanted Fred VanVleet to equip to his game, because Fred VanVleet, when he's driving in the paint, it's non-existent, to be honest. He has a nice floater game. He's rapid. He's rapid, and his shot is going down. Like, he made all the big shots. He pulls up from the parking lot like it's nothing. Like, he makes Fred type threes. And then Fred VanVleet cooled off after the first quarter. He ended with 5 points, and he shot 7 for 23. Like, how do you expect us to win when our point guard is going 7 for 23? It's just a bad loss, a really really bad loss. OG Anunoby was the only bright spot to this game. He was cash. He still does this thing when he has the ball where if he does like a jab step too quick, he starts stumbling, and that happened in that run where we brought it down to like 11, and we got that turnover, and after Tyrese Maxey hit that three, he still has those kinks in his game with ball handling. But he had a great game. He was hitting some fluke shots, some bank shots, but it was like his 26 did not matter. Siakam also didn't play good. I noticed in that second half, when they put Embiid on him, he was not scoring at all. Like, he was literally not scoring at all. Every time Embiid was guarding him, he was non-existent. Precious Achua, he was decent, I guess, but the thing is, our rebounding, we didn't rebound that much this game. We had like 36 rebounds, and that's not what the Raptors are known for. A lot of this game was free throws, so of course the rebounding was going to be lower, but still, and a lot of the rebounds that, even though we won the offensive rebound game against the 76ers, a lot of their rebounds ended up in threes. That's another thing. They shot really good from three. 14 for 30 from three. It's hard to beat the 76ers if they're getting 30 three free throw options and still hitting their threes for 14 for 30. Like Tyrese Maxey, of course, he's been playing great the past two games. He almost had a triple double. Then you had Tobias Harris, who also giving them a double double of 20 and 10. And Danny Green was making well, he wasn't that efficient this game, but he was making his threes too. Like, when you're starting lineup, like James Harden had the 14 points. Their bench still came in and gave them good minutes. Matisse Thybulle actually hit a three, and I don't think Matisse Thybulle is going to be that big of a difference if he's not playing more than 11 minutes. Like, when he goes to tomorrow or Wednesday, when we versus 76 without Matisse Thybulle, I don't think that'll be a big difference. They'll just play Paul. They might even play Paul Millsap, because our bench depth is piss poor. It's awful. Malachi Flynn, man, he was not aggressive enough. I like Malachi Flynn because he gives like at least last year he was giving us good minutes. He had that mid-range game. He had the floater. He looked poised. But this game, he just looked like a deer in headlights because he knows the playoffs. He wasn't playing to his strengths. Some of the foul calls he got was bad, but he just wasn't aggressive enough. He shot four shots, but he could have got like 8, honestly. When Furman Lee got that rest, it was him, but he wasn't aggressive enough. Ken Birch was decent. He actually hit a 3. I was surprised to see that. But the only person that was good from our bench was Chris Boucher. And he gave us great minutes, honestly. Him and Ojanobi gave us great minutes. But looking into this next game, of course, we had to make more threes, but when Fred VanVleet, like, this is one thing I always said. Like, I never liked Fred VanVleet shooting more than 10 threes or more than 9 threes. And even though he shoots a decent percentage for the amount of volume he takes, it's just not good because like 2/3 of his game in this game right here was based off threes. And we're not a good for 3-point shooting team. We need to get in the paint. But our point guards, when your point guard doesn't like getting into the paint, it makes it harder on the offense to, get the open shots. And Preston Chua, he was a little bit, it was just a bad game all around. There was some bright spot, but it was a bad game all around, honestly. Look at see what we need to do better. I don't know if Gary Trent's gonna be able to, suit up on Wednesday. Maybe he has a big Gary Trent game when he drops 30. We need his 3-point shooting because obviously we can't rely on Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet after that first quarter, he was abysmal. And I noticed Fred VanVleet, he's just like if he's not shooting threes, there's not much he's doing. There's really not much he's doing. I like when he shoots mid ranges, but he didn't shoot that many mid ranges this game. He attacks the rim sometimes, but I need to see floaters. I need to see mid-range game. I need to see more polished game. I need to see a Tyrese Maxey type of game from VanVleet. Efficient. Every time he's not efficient. He was active defensively, I can't lie, but he was also getting torched by Tyrese Maxey. That's the thing. It's just a bad game. We're 0-2 in this series. This was the same as last year. Same as last year with not last year, 3 years ago, I guess, against the Sixers. We lost the first 2. But we don't have home court advantage. So if we win the next 2, we have to win in 76ers. And it looks like when 76ers are at home, they get every call. They're making every shot. It's just unbelievable, honestly. It's unbelievable. I would have liked to see. I saw a lot of people on social media say Utah Watanabe. I don't want to see him on the court at all. Yes, he gives us energy, but the problem was, like, the main problem was, of course, they were getting a lot of foul calls in the first half, but our offense just looked stagnant. Like it looked, we weren't getting a lot of screen roll, and the thing with us is we rely a lot on crashing on the offensive glass, but we can't do that with the way 76ers just running fast break. If they're on a fast break, it's hard to stop them, honestly. But we look to see the next game. If you like the video. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. Peace.